The silence of the throne. You think you understand power. You think it's about the size of an army or the weight of a treasury. But true power, the kind that turns your blood to ice, isn't found on a battlefield. It's found in the silence of a corridor where everyone who disagreed with you has simply vanished. In the long, bloody tapestry of human history, many leaders were hated, many were ineffective. But only one woman reached a level of authority so absolute and so terrifying that her own name was nearly scrubbed from the records by the men who followed her. Today, we aren't just looking at a biography. We are looking at the psychological blueprint of a woman who clawed her way from a teenage concubine to the only female emperor in 3,000 years of Chinese history. This is the story of Wu Zetian, the most feared woman in history. Chapter 1. The Concubine's Gambit. You are 13 years old. You have been chosen to enter the palace of Emperor Taizong as a low-ranking concubine. To the world, you are a nothing. You are a decorative piece of furniture in a palace of 10,000 women. But you have something the others don't. A cold, analytical mind that treats every interaction like a game of Go. While the other girls are learning to dance and paint, you are watching. You are learning the pressure points of the imperial court. You realize early on that the emperor's favor is a flickering candle. When he dies, custom dictates that you and all other childless concubines must shave your heads and spend the rest of your lives in a monastery, forgotten by the world. You refuse to be forgotten. Before the emperor passes, you secure the heart of his son, the crown prince. It is a scandalous, dangerous move. But it works. You aren't just brought back to the palace, you are elevated. But you aren't at the top yet. There is a queen and a senior consort in your way. Then, the breaking point happens. In 654 AD, you give birth to a daughter. A week later, the child is found dead. You point the finger at the Empress. Did she do it? Or did you, as many historians fear, strangle your own child to frame your rival? In the world of Wu Zetian, there is no room for sentiment. There is only the path forward. Chapter 2. The Reign of the Secret Police. By 660 AD, the emperor is weak, and you are the one holding the brush. But being the power behind the throne isn't enough. You want the throne itself. To get it, you must become something the world has never seen. You create a culture of fear that would make modern dictators tremble. You invite commoners to send anonymous tips about traitors. Suddenly, children are reporting their parents. General is reporting general. You establish a secret police force led by the cruel officials. These men are experts in psychological trauma. They don't just kill, they dismantle. They use the rack, the cage, and the slow drip to ensure that the word dissent is erased from the Chinese vocabulary. If a member of the royal family dares to whisper against you, they aren't just executed. You change their family names to Serpent or Vulture to ensure their legacy is one of filth. You are no longer a woman, you are an elemental force of nature. In 690 AD, you do the unthinkable. You declare yourself emperor, not empress consort. Emperor. Chapter 3. The Goddess of Blood and Silk. But here is the most disturbing part. Under your reign of terror, the empire actually prospers. You lower taxes for the poor. You open the government to anyone with talent, not just the old money nobility. You expand the borders further than ever before. This is why you were so feared. You weren't just a tyrant. You were a competent tyrant. The men in your court are trapped in a psychological cage. They hate you, they fear you, but they cannot replace you because you have made yourself the sun around which the entire world revolves. You even declare yourself an incarnation of the Maitreya Buddha, a literal goddess on earth. You rule until you are 80 years old. Even in your final days, surrounded by your young male favorites, your name causes strong men to tremble. The blank tombstone. When Wu Zetian finally died, her successors were so terrified of her legacy that they did something unique in Chinese history. At her tomb, they erected a massive stone tablet, but they left it completely blank. They were too afraid to praise her and too afraid to condemn her. They simply left a void where her story should be. Wu Zetian's rise was built on a pile of bodies, but she left her country stronger than she found it. Does the end justify the means, or was she simply a monster in silk robes? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you like Curious History Explained.